Hello. Once you've got a grip on feeling yourself in multiple places at once, you can have a piece of your hair, if convenient, or you can just take a piece of anything and put yourself in the thing. I like this because it's so literal. Now, once you get to a point where you can invest yourself in the thing and then feel it sort of shining there by itself without you having to really work at focusing on it. See, now it's just there. I'm just there. I'm just in the hair. And it can kind of do this by itself. Once you've gotten to a point where this is happening a little more regularly for you, then you can practice learning to share this part of yourself with another living being. I do suggest using an actual living being. It's much easier than trying to do it with an inanimate object that has never been alive, like, for instance, something made out of plastic or even a wall. Not so helpful. You really need something that will give back. For instance, I have this lovely tree here. Trees are great because they have very clean energy, and you can really feel it reaching, just like this tree. The root energy reaches just straight down into the ground, and then the trunk is like doing this with the energy, and then the branches and the leaves go. So the energy of a tree really looks a lot like the tree itself. It's very convenient. And then they have a uniform energy force field around them that is very clean and uniformly distributed. So you have the basic energy of the tree goes, and then the force field that they create, which is why it's so healthy for us to walk through forests and parks, is basically a consistent shiny rainbow all the way through in a sphere. The reason I tell you this is because it's important to first listen to the energy of whatever living being you're dealing with as a partner, a cat, a fly, a tree, a dog, a flower, whatever. First, listen to it, or her, or him. And then once you have a sense of the partner that you're working with, then you get your piece of yourself. Hold on, let me get a piece of myself here. Okay. Here's my piece of me. And again, the attention here is feeling when your attention focuses and when it flickers, and when your awareness of the life inside the thing going away. Up. And then when it's really there, you'll feel it kind of buzzing in your hand. There's sort of a flaminess when it sort of becomes aware of its own life, and then you can relax your mind a little bit because it's going to take care of things on its own. So with this living, shiny, rainbowy, living electric awareness of yourself inside the piece of yourself, you bring it to your living partner, and you feel both your own energy and the energy of your partner becoming more together as you draw closer. So now I feel my me energy, and I also feel the tree energy very loudly. Fortunately, a tree is a nice, clean thing to deal with, so it feels good to feel the tree energy. It's very solidly rainbowy and nice. You take your piece of you, and how you share it is you bring it to your living being, and you carefully set it down for a minute, and then take a second to feel yourself there. It's like you're there and you're looking back at this part of you while you're here and also looking at that. So it's there, and then see how far you can walk away while still being in two places at once. See, I already lost it. Have to put it back. There. And now you can feel, it's like a little fireball of yourself looking back at you. And you feel that stretchiness that we mentioned before. And you're in two places at once. Up. And you can see how even a millimeter of physical change can snap your focus. When that happens, just put it back And it sort of comes back by itself. The energetic you that you left with your partner is still there, and you feel your partner also, and you step back, but you're also still there. Now if you can do this, then this will make anything that you ever have to do with another living being much easier, because you'll be dealing with the energy instead of meaningless physical objects floating in space. And then here, as I draw to about here, I can really feel my me over here shining back at me consistently. And now it gets louder, it goes, and now I can take it back. Now it's sort of buzzing and shining in my palm. And now I've brought it back with myself. So that's what we mean by sharing our energy with another living being. You see, it was never a question of leeching or draining. There was never a moment where I became one thing with the tree. No, the tree is the tree and I'm me. We are the same thing in a grander way, but there's a risk, especially if you're an empathic person, to sort of merge in an unhealthy way with energetic beings. And that's not what we're doing here. We're sharing our energy. I'm going to take a little piece of me again here. See, it doesn't even have to be a physical object. I'm going to take this little fireball here. I'm going to share it with the tree. Now it's there. And now I'm going to take it back. And see, it's right here. But this never meant that I lost myself. I'm able to bond with the tree without ever losing my freedom and my identity in the process. Alles klar? Toll.